I'm Chris Borrett. I help business owners work a lot less hours, make a lot more money, and have the life they dreamed of when they first went into business. How our mind is screwing with us. If we realise how very creative we are and that all that we experience is our creation, then much more understanding of how we shape our life is possible. The reality is that first you create it, then you experience it, and then you are caught in it. Usually we don't know that the source of all exists in us. Sometimes the gap is such that we have completely forgotten that we had desired something long, long ago, and that gap is so far back that we fail to connect to the source. If we begin to watch deeply, we will find out soon enough that all our thoughts are creating our lives and us. With that said, they naturally create our hell and heaven too. They create our joy and misery as well as the negative and the positive. I can give you a very good example in my own life. I remember a time when I was living in Byron Bay where I went for a long mountain run and, to be brutally frank, was angry about something that usually wouldn't bother me. What to say? It was one of those days and I was off centre, not my usual self, as they say. What happened was that within a heartbeat I broke my ankle. This particular mountain was an easy slope, not like Mount Warning nearby where my friend and I would often run down the very steep incline. Scientists say that every day in 24 hours, 70,000 thoughts pass through the average man. Now, on that day, I did not have much clarity and may well have had more than 70,000 thoughts passing through my mind. As a rule, we don't allow all the thoughts to be realised, we choose. There are good thoughts, there are bad thoughts, there are beautiful thoughts, and there are ugly thoughts. We all know that we sometimes choose ugly thoughts. It's something like having a radio and all stations are available on the radio. We often become addicted to our thoughts, and often the not so helpful ones. Then those thoughts come more often, are repeated more often, create a groove in the head, in the brain cells, and become our reality. Try an experiment. One day you're feeling very miserable. Just sit silently in the chair, relax, and start enjoying. Just do the opposite. Don't get into the trap of misery. Start smiling. In the beginning it'll look false. Just get high on the feeling and even start swaying. And if there is a great energy arising inside, and you'll be surprised that slowly what had started almost like a pretension is becoming real. The misery is disappearing. It no more has its hold on you. Something's changed. Maybe even laughter is arising in you. The point is this: we can drop any habit. You may have been smoking for 30 years, but you can drop this cigarette and never take another cigarette in your hand. You are free. If you cannot drop it, that simply means you are choosing not to drop it. I know, because smoking is one of many habits I have slowly let go of. Emotions, I see, are a mirror of our thoughts, and I should have listened to my own advice, taken a few deep breaths, had a laugh, and then started the run. It took me the usual 6 weeks to throw the crutches away, and in the meantime I had to travel for a couple of weeks, so it was a very, very uncomfortable yet revealing time. Now that was a good lesson for me. Thanks for watching or listening. Please don't forget to hit like or subscribe for more videos like this one.